Our next speaker will be Victor from A&P&C in Seattle.
Would you give us your name and spell both names?
Yeah, my name is Victor, Victor, Alquicira, Alquicira. I'm a youth organizer with the Albany Park Neighborhood Council and Chicago Students Organizing to Save Our Schools. I'm also a senior at Roosevelt, where they just cut $1.6 million in budget cuts. And because of those budget cuts, they fired 6 teachers, and we lost other 6 school positions, including my counselor, Mrs. Gallagher. Ms. Gallagher, she was a great, counselor. She helped me out a lot with my schoolwork and also outside activities like a dual enrollment program. And now that she's gone, I have to build a new relationship with a new counselor during the time that I need them the most, which, just for college applications, and also preparing for graduation. And all this because CPS cut millions of dollars from the budget. And just recently, last week, they put in a request for a new proposal to open up new charters in 10 different neighborhoods when they just cut 49, they just closed down 49 schools.
Not right.
So they're closing public schools and opening up more charter schools, all the way to the point where they're going to privatize our public education.
Yes.
Is that right? Is that right?
No.
Is that right?
No.
Is that right?
No.
That ain't right. So right now what we're asking is to have an elected school board, for people who are from our neighborhoods and people who have students that go to our public schools. So that way they can put a stop to this. So we need changes to happen right now, which is why I'm joining the boycott on August 28th, and my friends here, they're going to be boycotting as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to show CPS and the mayor how important it is for us people to have an elected school board to stop school closings and to end charter expansions.
All right.
Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead, Dan.
Our next speaker.
Available for questions.
Oh, we are available for questions now.
That's my fault.
You guys I keep hearing rubber stamp. What's your plan, or what do you mean by rubber stamp? I know you kind of alluded to that numerous times.
This school board has closed schools since 2002. There's a documented history of the failure of that policy, where fewer than 20% of the schools that have replaced closed schools are high performing. Half of those schools are selected enrollment, and there's no accountability for that. When they closed Price Elementary School, young people from Price were jumped on when they were bused 22 blocks away, and one young man was hospitalized. Nobody loses their job for that. When they closed Austin and moved children from Austin to Clemente, young people were jumped on, and no one lost their jobs for that. Performing schools have been destabilized as a direct result of school closings, and no one loses their job for that. Schools, we now see that they've marketed this huge budget crisis, but immediately after closing schools, they sent out an RFP for 52 new charter schools. Are you serious? Are you serious? And nobody loses their job for that. And because of the perception of the young people who they're targeting, these policies are accepted. But no, these children are brilliant. These children deserve the right to a world-class education. I should not have a better education 30 years ago than children get today. That's not children's fault. So there needs to be accountability to the public. This school board is rough. And if you look in the privatization handbook, and there is one, they say a prerequisite to privatization is an appointed school board. That's a prerequisite because you have to eliminate democracy. You have to eliminate anybody that can stop you from moving that agenda.
Yep.
My name is G2JITU Brown, BRWN, Kenwood, Oakland Community.
Do you tell us keeping kids home from school? How do you think that's going to help, and how many kids do you expect to go to?
I think that the reason that young people are staying home because part of our democracy is speaking up when you're being dealt an injustice. Part of our history in this country is being able to peacefully express your frustration when policies do not treat you right, when policies harm you. So young people were getting a definite lesson in representative democracy on this day. And we are hoping, but I would say this, we are definitely boycotting that school board meeting, and we hope and we are working towards enough young people showing up that we can boycott the entire system.
But then if we're looking for impact, why not on the first day would get more attention than on like the third day of school?
The third day of school is the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington. We're showing that in 50 years later, when you look at the talking points from the March on Washington, one of the things they wanted to do was end segregation